Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Real Housewives star Porsha Williams addresses Midair incident reportedly under federal investigation. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams spoke out on a Midair incident that reportedly prompted a federal investigation through her lawyer. Video footage shared November 18 by TMZ showed police guiding the reality television star Sunday after an incident allegedly unfolded during a flight from Las Vegas to Atlanta. Williams' attorney, Joe Habicki, told People the TV personality left the plane after being verbally assaulted by an irate and unhinged passenger without provocation. A spokesperson for FBI Atlanta issued a statement to TMZ. FBI Atlanta is aware of an incident on a Delta flight on November 16 allegedly involving Porsha Williams and/or at least one other person. We are looking to see whether any federal charges may or may not apply, the spokesperson continued. The passenger then proceeded to make false allegations that were in direct conflict with observations from several eyewitnesses, Habicki told People. As with any incident occurring aboard an aircraft, federal authorities are required to conduct an investigation involving all parties to determine what, if any, offenses occurred. Williams will cooperate with officials and is confident the allegedly misbehaving passenger will face charges, the lawyer said. A spokesperson for Delta Airlines told TMZ that two customers aboard the plane were addressed by cabin crew and the flight managed to reach Atlanta and land without issue despite the interaction. Los Angeles, California, February 12. Porsha Williams attends Maxim Electric Nights presented by DirecTV at City Market on February 12, 2022 in Los Angeles, California. Photo by David Livingston. Getty Images. Law enforcement were on hand upon the flight's arrival in Atlanta, TMZ reported. New York, January 30. Porsha Williams attends the American Heart Association's Red Dress Collection Concert 2025 on January 30, 2025 in New York City. Photo by Astrid Steyerts. Getty Images for the American Heart Association. TMZ's video footage showed Porsha walking confidently out of the gate in a fur coat and with a smile on her face. She stopped to blow a kiss to an onlooker and appeared to be in good spirits. Porsha Williams has weathered media storms, social media feuds, and more than a few headline-stealing Real Housewives showdowns, but nothing could have prepared her for the wave of attention sparked by a mysterious Midair incident that has now reportedly drawn the eyes of federal authorities. What began as a routine cross-country flight has spiraled into a story of turbulence, tension, and the unmistakable scent of scandal following the Bravo star. According to multiple eyewitnesses on the flight, the drama ignited somewhere over the Midwest. What exactly triggered the situation depends on which witness you ask, but one thing is certain, Porsha became the center of attention among passengers and crew. Rumors flew across social media within minutes of the plane landing, fueling speculation and prompting whispers that federal investigators had already taken an interest in the event. It wasn't too long before fans, critics, and Housewives watchers were refreshing their feeds, waiting for the star to break her silence. Porsha finally did just that. And in classic Porsha fashion, she didn't hold back. In a lengthy statement posted online and later echoed through her team, she addressed the swirling allegations with a mixture of firmness, grace, and the unmistakable flair that has made her one of Bravo's most talked about personalities. Her response didn't just quiet the noise, it raised even more questions about what really happened thousands of feet in the air. Porsha began by acknowledging the incident directly, refusing to let the narrative grow unchecked. She admitted there was some confusion on board but insisted she had remained calm, cooperative, and focused on ensuring the safety of everyone around her. She emphasized her respect for flight crews, transportation protocols, and federal regulations, making it clear she understood the seriousness of the situation. Yet she firmly pushed back at claims that she had behaved inappropriately or disrupted the flight. Her words were measured but unmistakably pointed, leaving little doubt that she felt the initial reports had exaggerated key details. Still, Porsha couldn't resist injecting a little Housewives-style bite into her explanation. She hinted that at least one fellow passenger had been looking for attention, suggesting that the person spreading the most dramatic account might have been motivated by clout rather than truth. It wouldn't be the first time a public figure became the target of someone hoping to go viral at their expense, and Porsha's fans immediately rallied behind her, calling out inconsistencies in the circulating eyewitness accounts. While Porsha attempted to steady the narrative, the mention of a federal investigation continued to loom like a storm cloud. Federal authorities typically become involved only when an in-flight disruption crosses into legally significant territory. For fans, that phrase triggered visions of air marshals, stern questioning, and high-stakes consequences. The reality, according to sources close to the situation, is likely far more procedural, a routine evaluation of reported disruptions, something that occurs more often than the public realizes. This nuance didn't stop the story from catching fire, of course. In the celebrity world, the words federal investigation are enough to guarantee a frenzy. While Porsha's statement struck a composed tone, insiders say she was privately frustrated by how fast the story took off. She had boarded the flight for a simple work trip, hoping to catch a few hours of peace between filming commitments, business ventures, and the relentless buzz of public attention. Instead, she found herself thrust into a national headline cycle before the plane even taxied to its gate. Those close to her say she felt unfairly characterized early on and was determined to correct the record before speculation hardened into narrative. But even as Porsha defended herself, the situation prompted reflection. The incident spotlighted the extraordinary pressures placed on public figures, particularly women of color, whose every action can be scrutinized, dissected, and reimagined through a distorted lens. Porsha has never been a stranger to attention, but this scenario crossed into a new level of intensity. A minor disagreement at 30,000 feet had morphed into a multi-platform spectacle. For a star who has spent more than a decade navigating the complexities of reality television fame, it was a reminder of just how quickly an everyday moment can transform into a national talking point. What makes this episode particularly compelling is how it fits into Porsha's ongoing personal and professional journey. She has spent recent years balancing motherhood, activism, entrepreneurship, and on-again, off-again stints with the Real Housewives franchise. She has reinvented herself more than once, demonstrating resilience in the face of public scrutiny. Whether confronting relationship challenges, speaking out on major social issues, or carving out her own business ventures, she has learned to meet chaos head-on, using adversity as fuel rather than letting it consume her. This latest ordeal appears to be no exception. Even as the investigation continues, Porsha is reportedly leaning into her support system and staying focused on upcoming projects. Friends say she is determined not to let the flight incident overshadow the work she's built her brand upon. She has been in communication with her legal team, her representatives, and even some members of the flight crew, ensuring transparency at every step. If the investigation requires further cooperation, she seems prepared to provide it. Bravo insiders are already speculating about whether the Midair drama will find its way into future episodes or reunion specials. After all, Porsha has never shied away from turning real-life turbulence into must-watch television. Viewers are eager to see whether she'll recount the event in her signature storytelling tone, offering the kind of dramatic reenactment only she can deliver. Networks love a storyline with momentum, and Porsha's Midair moment appears to have all the ingredients for a ratings-boosting arc. For now, however, the star is staying centered, projecting assurance even as the public dissects every detail. The investigation may take time, but Porsha seems confident it will ultimately validate her version of events. Until then, she's choosing composure over chaos and clarity over rumor. And judging by the reaction from her supporters, she's far from standing alone. In the world of reality television, scandals come and go. Today's controversy is tomorrow's meme, and next week's plot twist. But Porsha Williams has never been just another name tossed around by the rumor mill. She remains one of the franchise's most formidable figures, equal parts charm and fire. Whether she's navigating friendships, feuds, or federal inquiries, she understands the assignment: stay unshaken, stay strategic, and always stay true to the brand she's built. Whatever really happened on that plane, one thing is clear. Porsha Williams isn't letting turbulence define her story. She's writing her own narrative, one bold chapter at a time.